Hey, I'm Brett Weiss, YouTuber and author of the 100 Greatest Console Video Games, 1977 through 1987. Yes, you are indeed watching Papa Pete, the old guy gamer. He's so old, in fact, he's almost as old as me. That's right.
If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
Hello!
Hello.
Oh my God. This is great. See so many people in here already. We're already like 14, 15 people. The chat's going heavy, and I'm sitting there thinking, talking to Jeff, like, because we both pop in like a minute before we start because we're just sort of like frantic today or something. And I'm sitting there going, I don't even know what the hell I'm going to talk about today, but we do have a new game.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
I'm really happy to have that. We'll talk whatever you guys want to talk about, and whatever we can figure out to talk about. We were talking about various things and various people, and it's all fun and dandy. Well, great chat here already. Holy cow. So before I get to the chat, do you realize that 42 years ago today, I know there's one movie that really I remember watching many times. I remember going to the theater and seeing it myself because I walked down from my sister's place and saw it. And then I had to walk back at about 10 or 11 o'clock at night in the dark. And I was I would have been 14. And Creep Show came out 42 years ago today. You've seen that, right?
No, never.
You've never seen Creep Show? How many in the chat have seen Creep Show? I mean, that's a classic to me. I love it.
I have not seen Creep Show.
Oh my God, it's so worth watching. Creep Show 2, not so much. But Creep Show, the first one was really, really good, I thought, anyway. And the other one that came out, and it's sort of a real, along that line, is Slumber Party Massacre. Have you ever seen that? Saboteur season there is a classic, yep.
I've never even heard of that one.
Slumber Party Massacre is another one, the guy with the big two-handed drill that goes into this slumber party and kills all the girls. It's one of these classic friggin' like almost B horror movies from back in the day with My Bloody Valentine and Halloween and all this stuff,
Well, sounds good.
They're released on the same day. That's great. I can hold my breath for a long time, PJ says. And Leslie Nielsen. Oh my God, classic. There was one clip there in the middle of Leslie Nielsen and Ted Danson. It's pretty creepy. It's good.
Ted Danson, interesting.
Oh yeah, Ted Danson's in it. It's the Creep Show is 5 different segments, 5 different short stories wrapped up.
How long ago did you say? 42 years ago?
42 years ago today. Yeah. For those two movies.
So that's the same year that Cheers started.
He would have been he probably would have filmed it either at the same time he started Cheers or just before he started Cheers. Because he looked like Ted Danson from the first year or two of Cheers for sure.
Yeah, because his hair was different on the first season.
That's right, and that's his hair at Creep Show. Look who's here.
Coco.
Say hello. Coco's going to get in the basket. Coco has not been hanging out. Someone scratched my face. Coco hasn't been here all night, so I was sort of wondering a little while ago where she was.
Huh.
All right, let's go to the chat. We have Des first in line. That's awesome. Good to see you. And Ben Rule's here. Mike Rouse, 007 of wrestling. Beautiful. Pierre Garreau's here. Metal Torso. Kurt Bradshaw. Great to see you, Kurt. As always, guys. Scrolling down. If I missed something that I should point out. Junebug is here. Hey, Junebug. Good to see you, as always, too. Craig is here. Craig Finstad. Casey's here. Hey, Casey. Scrolling. And PJ, of course, I love that we got talking about. I got to get his comment down below though on Creep Show. A lot of hellos. Hey there, hi there. Don't think I missed anybody yet. Everybody saying hello to each other. This is awesome. I love it. It's so great to have everybody sort of come in here and just chat and look forward to this on Tuesday night. So I love doing it, and I love when you and I get together, Jeff, and everybody else joins us, and I love it on Wednesday nights too, right? Good evening, Salvatore, Portland, Oregon represented. So that is beautiful. And Mike says he is still older. He said that to us last week. Metal Torso has a great subject right here. What do you think about this, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm always up for B. Arthur talk.
Well, in a way, there's something Creep Show or B. Arthur. Which one sort of gives you this? Anyway, Salvatore, Creep Show, a classic. And when it come out, it's Benville saw it. Oh, it's man, you got to see it sometime, Jeff. You got to find it on cable or streaming or someplace because it really is good. And PJ, classic line that was from the Ted Danson and Leslie Nielsen skit. I can hold my breath for a long time. Phantasm, another good show from back in the day. I seen Creep Show and Creep Show 2. I've seen about 2. Creep Show 2. There's actually one segment in Creep Show 2, which sincerely though I consider it not even half as good as the first one. But there was one of the scenes in Creep Show 2 which was filmed up here in Bangor, Maine, in an area I'm very, very familiar with. Like I said, when I grew up, my sister lived right there. Stephen King was about 6 blocks up the street from where his house now. He doesn't live there anymore, but it's still his house. But they filmed a segment. The highway segment's filmed on the interstate right outside Bangor on an off ramp. It's kind of neat. I want my cake. Yes, that's Father's Day is the name of that segment. That's awesome. Am I caught up yet? Yeah, Stephen King and George Romero. And the Meteor, absolutely. Okay, am I down to the bottom yet? I gotta be getting thanks for the ride. Oh, that's the that's the Creep Show 2 for sure. Okay, I'm all caught up there, I think. They're coming for you, Barbara. That's also the movie, Jeff, with Adrian Barbeau.
Okay. Yeah, PJ Smith said that Adrian Barbeau is the Creep Show B. Arthur link.
Oh, well, there you go. Good point. Great point. I hadn't even really clued into that, but yeah, because that's the crate is that segment, the crate. Really freaking neat show. Anyway, here's a couple blasts of the past. Like you might remember, there was actually a Devo song that was released 42 years ago today, which I didn't write the name down of. But 2 big albums that were released 40 years ago today. So November 12th, 1984 is Duran Duran Arena. I don't know if you know that one or like that one. That was a live album, which I really do like that album. And I really do like Duran Duran, but it's Mama C's favorite. So I'm definitely going to bring it up because she might watch this and she might be watching, but definitely her favorite. But I'm sorry, it was big back in the day. Madonna's Like a Virgin was released 40 years ago today as well. And you can't argue that wasn't an absolutely huge album.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell your enthusiasm is just oozing out of your pores for that, Jeff.
I like, to be honest, I like the old Madonna song, like the first grouping of songs.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I couldn't tell you anything about Duran Duran albums, but there's several songs they have that I really, really like. No clue what album they're on, other than like Rio and was it Hungry Like the Wolf were on the same album, right?
Rio, yeah. The album was Rio. Yeah. Yeah, see, you know, I can walk out there. Every Duran Duran album that was put out, I have it out here. Chrissy flew, and a friend of hers flew out to Toronto and saw them about 20 years ago now. But it was they've had various incarnations. Like, for example, Live Aid, which was in 1985, was actually the last time they played together as a group for many, many years. They kept going with different segments of it, and then they broke off into Arcade Fire and Power Station, and they still did some stuff together, but there's 5 of them. There's 3 Taylors, none of whom are related, and then Simon Le Bon and Nick Rhodes. Why should I know all this, right? Anyway, they never, ever come back together as all one. Always one of them, and Andy Taylor, never used to come back. And he's quite sick now. With he's actually getting experimental treatments for pancreatic cancer, I think it is. But anyway, back in the early 2000s, for about 2 months span, they all got back together and all 5 of them played, and that's the concert she happened to see, where they were all together. And they've done a couple things recently since, like in the last year or so, but I'm not sure what the status is for Andy Taylor right now because he is very sick. But who just said Jay, I like Girls on Film. Yeah, that's a great song. And I like the video too. And what's Salvador say? I saw Duran Duran open up for David Bowie, the glass. That's pretty freaking cool. So what year was that, Salvatore, that you saw them? Like, let us know what year. That had to have been 82 or 83 because it was right around when. What was the David Bowie album? Was it called China Girl? It had Let's Dance, China Girl. I had that album too from Columbia House back in the day.
Good old Columbia House.
Oh yeah, I had to love it.
They helped an entire generation collect music.
BJ, exactly right. What did I said? Arcadia Fire. There's a band up here called Arcade Fire, I think, that I get the mix up. It's Arcadia, isn't it? Arcadia and Power Station. If Christy was in slapping range, she would have hit me when I said that. But yeah, I really like that too. Robert Palmer joined them in his Bang a Gong was their big hit. I really like that. I had that cassette, which I'm sure came from BMG or friggin' Columbia House. That's the only place I ever got got that stuff back in the day.
And on what Devo song you're talking about, Pete?
What's that?
I don't know what Devo song you're talking about. 82, that was after, they had 3 big albums, and then 82 was already kind of past their prime, to be honest.
I got to find it now, man, because I use these sites, guys. I do these sites I look at every day to try to keep up. Some stuff I try to keep up on my own, but things like the Madonna, I wouldn't know that. But a flashback to the 80s, flashback to the 70s on Facebook, these groups, they just check them every day. And it's really neat stuff because it's like, oh my God, I remember that. But it does make you feel old. I'll tell you that.
What if it's something like That's Good? That was a pretty popular song for
Freedom of Choice.
Freedom of Choice. That was from the third album, though.
1980.
Yeah, okay, 1980. Okay, I was gonna say because 80 was like, I loved the first 3 albums, and after that, I like certain songs off their albums. Yeah. That was the name of the album too, wasn't it? Freedom of Choice.
So talking about music as well, Neil Young 79 today, and I was going to tell you, I saw that and I thought Neil Young was older than 79.
Yeah, he looked 79 about 20 years ago.
Yeah, he looks the same today. Right on. All right. Well, why don't we look at this game? Guys, I'm going to get things set up. And in the meantime, I'm just going to play you the quick little announcement from Intellivision Collector while I get things prepped here and get things up and running. So, Neil Young is alive, Salvador. Neil Young. Oh, I missed the spot. Neil Young is alive? Yes, he is. But anyway, okay. Here we go from Intellivision Collector. We'll be right back with some Atari50 all set up here.
You were my love and my friend. I thought the game would never end. You tore out my heart without anesthesia. Behavior that's hard to defend. In this position, I really miss my Intellivision, and now I'm bleeding from this incision.
One stop for all your Intellivision homebrew collecting needs. www.intellivisioncollector.com. All right, and we were talking before we come on as well. Just Luke, guys. For those who don't know, Luke is looking for basically any broken consoles. What did he tell you, Jeff? I mean, just looking for what you have, right?
He knows I have two. I have a 2609 and Intellivision 2. Neither one are working right now. He just asked me if I was looking to part with them, I believe.
Yeah. So but he's doing a lot of work on old consoles. He's trying to refurb old consoles and stuff to sell in the store. So he's looking to pick up if anybody has any old broken consoles, or if you're looking to get it, it's worth talking to Luke. If you're looking to get one repaired, frankly, he may be able to help you out for, there's a few places to do it, but I mean, Luke knows what he's doing when it comes to televisions, right? So just an option. Just wanted to bring it up, let everybody know. And plus all those games that you saw, he still has most of those on the website available for sale. So get them while you still can. There's a lot of them that are pretty, Benroll, you know what you do is you write him and you ask him, because there's a very good chance that he may be able to fix your Atari 2600 console. He's worth asking though, for sure. He may not want to get into Atari, but it's definitely worth asking him. Without a doubt, PJ. Without a doubt. Your television needs a little help? Is that the television needs help, or your playing needs a little help, Salvador? All right. No, just being smart. I'm sorry. What's his email? Go to the website, www.intellivisioncollector.com, and contact it. When you write to the webmaster there to intellivisioncollector.com, you're talking to Luke. So just go there and look for what it is. He uses 2 or 3 different ones. Sorry, Salvatore. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right. So let's take a look at this. How much have you looked at it at all, Jeff? Some of the hide that. Let's go in. So talk to me about this. What I'm seeing here is, I can remember I had the original as well, just like you did. How's our sound? Does it sound good? Or is it too loud?
I don't know. It might be a little loud, but that's the music. The game, I'm sure, will probably be less.
All right, that sounds good. So these are the original things. I noticed how it still says, I got the new cartridge in, this one. But it took a couple minutes. I did a big download, set it all up.
So the Console Wars one is the very bottom.
Right. Okay. So these are all from the original one too, right? This just isn't new. This just sort of expands upon the original game.
Think, wasn't there a free DLC they put out?
Which I got when they did.
I don't know which is the original and which is the free DLC. But the Wider World of Atari is one paid DLC, and then the first Console War is the other paid DLC.
All right. So this is the one you looked at. This one in the Wider World of Atari. You looked at that quite a bit in your stream the other day, correct?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, right on. So today we're going to take a look at this one, which is when Intellivision challenged the Atari 2600 dominance. Their battle set the stage for every historic gaming rivalry that followed. Pretty cool. Would you have recollections of that back in the day about the competition?
Oh yeah, because of the commercials. I mean, I had an Atari, and then television, came out later, and you saw the graphics, like, oh man, that's amazing looking. But I only had the Atari. That was it. But I remember the commercials. I hated that George Clinton guy, making my Atari look bad.
So, how did you feel about it? Did you feel like us versus them, kind of like they're putting my system down? Like you said, you hated that Atari, that George Clinton guy.
No, just that. I mean, it was more of I wish I could have it, but it was too expensive, and I already had an Atari, so
yeah,
I didn't really need it. It would be, it's not like today where a lot of people have 2 or 3 systems. Back then, that was very unusual to have more than one system back then.
I was just lucky because I had Atari. I grew up with Atari, and I had a ton of games for it. But over there, that system's sitting right there. my brother-in-law went out and bought a television. I'm sorry, it was a friggin' lot of money. It was $300 when he went and got it. It was like, I won't say my sister was going to kill him. She just sort of shook her head, though, right?
I mean, I wouldn't doubt that would have been like $1,200 today. It's
yeah. Well, a loaf of bread was 50 cents, right?
I don't know, it's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, let's dive in and see what we got.
I didn't know anyone that had a television, so there was never a back and forth. What's better? It's like,
yeah,
I just saw it on TV. That's all I knew of it.
I only knew 2 other people that had televisions here in town, like kids from school. Neither one of which who I just knew them. Wasn't like over at their house playing it or anything like that. But everybody had Atari. Dozens and dozens and dozens of kids had Atari. Everybody had like a dozen games or like that. I take my Space Invaders cart. I trade it with my buddy for his Asteroids cart for a week or whatever like that. That's how we did it. But it was all Atari. So, whose side are you on? Well, see, that's why I sort of was never on one side or the other, because people would crap on television. Yeah, I get playing television. It's great. It's different. There's things that are a lot better about it. But I loved Atari, and I still do today. This is why I get sort of miffed in this day and age when people still have this big competitive feeling between Atari and television. What a crock of shit, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, as an adult, I had a Genesis and a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And a TurboGrafx. I mean, I didn't care. I just liked them all. I had an Xbox, a Wii, a Xbox, GameCube, and a PS2, and all the way up. I pretty much had them all, except I don't have PS5.
There. Well, that's it. I'm Xbox One, PS4, thanks to Stuart. Mind you, I had a PS4. I had to give it to the kid. That Stuart was nice enough. I showed it last week in one of the streams. Stuart sent me a PS4 for Pete's sakes, but what a guy. And but it's like, even like within the last year, I've done things on like Atari Age, for example, and Facebook and stuff. And it's amazing how people will like be right friggin' snotty Atari versus Intellivision still to this day on like Facebook and stuff. Who
Really?
cares? Huh?
That's weird, grown adults.
Yeah. I've been friggin' brought right out. Oh, I made the mistake one day of putting in a post in there, like, not as a hit, just saying, oh, I heard that Atari Age are taking these games off the market because they're going to sell, because the company that owns Atari is going to buy Atari Age, so they're cleaning it up before the purchase goes through. Oh my God, I got raked over the friggin' coals for about friggin' like 20 posts. What do you think? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like a week and a half later, it happened. Well, a month later, it happened. And I can remember going back to that post afterwards and, funny how this all worked out, isn't it? And people that you see all the time too, it's like, why? Like, it struck me as so weird, because my comment was just like, hey, wouldn't that be neat? I thought it was a great idea. And I still think it's a great idea. And guys, people say, Atari bought television. No, a company bought Atari. And then the company that bought Atari Age. And now the company that bought Atari Age and Atari have bought television. And if they could do half of what they've done for a television or for a television that they've done for Atari and for Atari Age, beautiful. I love it, because they're bringing Atari right back to prominence, right? I think this company's freaking doing great. I love it myself.
So you know what game is on this, Pete? On the console wars?
Okay, no, what? Okay, let's go.
What? Atari Basketball, 2600.
That's a fantastic game.
And yeah, they kind of screwed it up.
AIR Geek. They kind of screwed it up. How come?
Well, I don't know what else is wrong, but if you get to it tonight, I'll show you.
All right. Oh, sounds good. I never hated Intellivision, but never owned one until a year or so ago. It's just a television holds no nostalgia for me. I enjoy it now, if my console still works. Yeah, there you go. Send it to Luke. Luke will fix it, or Luke will take it off your hands for you. and that's a lot of it too. If you've never played it, some of the games, nobody in the right mind is going to pick up Vectron at 50 years old and go, okay, I like this game. Do you like Vectron, Jeff?
I would if it wasn't so difficult.
But you know what I'm saying, though?
No, I don't like it
because I remember it as a kid. So
yeah, I mean, it's almost impossible to play. It's way too hard. Okay.
Let's get into this a little bit. He won a sport, but remember, that's how we get paid. I don't know what that was. Okay. So, accessible toy manufacturer, Mattel Electronics. Let's just scroll into a little bit. Intelligent television. This is just background info on it. Oh, it's a 4-minute video. Atari's successful VCS led Mattel to consider the potential of a TV-based gaming machine. Pretty cool. And of course, that's the original television. High controls. Let's see. Neat. More videos. Who is this? I must say who it is. I'm just starting it for a minute. I'm not going to play a bunch of videos on you guys.
Atari developed this.
I just want to see it. Leonard Herman, of course, great game historian. He's written one of the most amazing friggin' books.
On
he writes Phoenix?
Different directions.
Huh?
Forward, backward, left.
Is he the one who wrote Phoenix?
Forward, diagonal.
Bingo. That's it. And it seems to be Leonard. I met Leonard, I think,
Tell us
at
how to go
Too Many
better than
Games
that.
6 years ago. The same time I first met Brett Weiss. They were hanging out together, selling books at the table, and I just wasn't in the know at that time, and I really didn't know enough. I would have definitely grabbed that book, though. Oh yeah, all the different advertisements are on here. And of course, there's your favorite shot, Jeff.
Yeah.
George Plimpton. Everybody's seen that everywhere. Every once in a while, I'll turn my camera off in the GoGameGo stream, and that's what'll come up, right?
Oh yeah, George Plimpton.
Another video on M-Network.
Yeah,
another thing with the M-Network games. Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. There are no Intellivision games on this, just M-Network stuff.
I heard that. Yeah, I knew there was no actual Intellivision games to be played. Only M-Network games to be played that were from that original purchase that predated the Intellivision purchase by a year.
Yeah.
Which was 12 titles, basically. A few other were moved around after that, with less hurrah over the whole thing. But I still, to this day, also am baffled at the people who think M-Network, that Intellivision games are copied from the M-Network games, that don't actually know the history of the whole thing.
That's pretty funny.
Because I remember very clearly, I played these Intellivision games. When these M-Network games come out in 82, of course, going ahead for a year, I was very cognizant of what each one was copying and stuff. And I also, even though I didn't realize it at the time, was living through the crash. So I could go to KB Toy and Hobby in Bangor when I went down there, and all of a sudden, all these M-Network games, I could pick them up for $5. And that's how
the crash to us was just a great sale.
I didn't know what was going on. I just said, yeah, $5. I'll get 3 or 4 of those. That's great. I had $20 to spend this week, which was great. That's how I got a lot of my games back then, and a lot of M-Network games. Let's see. IR Geek, the 2600 Basketball Classic. I have it used, and then compared to NBA 2K in some of my talks to students, just to show the evolution of games and hardware. That's a really good point, Geek, because yes, graphics evolved, additional features evolved, but sometimes the fun doesn't evolve. The fun is there in that original 2600 basketball game, just like it is in every other basketball game. I'm sorry, it's wonderful.
That's what I'm playing right now, Pete.
I have all the M-Network games for Atari, Kurt says. I do too, right there, but I don't have a box for Power of He-Man, Hey, Wormhole Interactions, good to see ya. Thanks for stopping in. You have all the, yep, so there you go. I just said I collected those as a subset, but I do not have a box copy of Powers of the Masters of the Universe. And, man, it's expensive for a piece of cardboard. It's a friggin' horrible game on the Atari. But anyway, I digress. Let's go back and look a little bit more. Because can we go down to play games right from that screen? I didn't go down any. Different advertisements, okay. Mattel's challenge let players decide for themselves as to whose games were superior. Extended to M-Network, as this promotional button illustrates. Oh, okay. But the M-Network games were better. The baseballs, the hockeys, or not hockey, baseball, football were much better on M-Network. And Atari responded with the Real Sports series, which sort of evened it up again. But so what am I going to get to? Is basketball down this section?
It's part of the DLC. I'm not sure where it is in there. If you just scroll through, like if you go to the next game, it should say, you know, hit X to play and
Right. Okay.
A to zoom or something. Yeah, X to play, A to zoom.
All right. Well, let's play a little Astro Blast. Now, this one, of course, is very interesting because it was one of the very first games that came out where you could play it with either the joystick or the paddle. And this is one that sort of gets me too, is people say, "Oh, it's." Am I going here? It's like, what do they make Astro Blast you use the paddle? Like, this is just a copy of. My word, this is hard to see. You can see where the paddle would work well with this.
I do like they include the manual with all these games too, which is nice.
Here's a game that you pick up. You should be able to pick it up for $5, boxed, maybe 10 now boxed. So far, I'm going to score a 0.
Controls are kind of weird because, like, when you move, you're just like shooting across the screen really fast.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it doesn't.
I think maybe it was built more for the paddles.
It certainly doesn't translate well to a digital, like analog joystick is what it needs.
And there's no hyperspace, right?
No, there's no other. Whenever they had extra features like that, they used to have to put them into stuff like difficulty switches and the black and white color switches. But there was no way to. I think my goal should just be to have positive score somehow. And I don't, because you get hit once, you lose like 100 points. Last man. My peak score was 100.
Not bad.
Yeah. Well, they're always working on stuff. Like there's FDR for Prez on Atari Age is actually always working on different peripherals for the Intellivision. Like that's who did the light gun. A paddle would be much more useful, I would think, than something like a light gun is a great idea to show that it's working on the Intellivision. Hey, isn't this neat? But I don't want to play Duck Hunt. I mean, I'll play Duck Hunt on the NES, right? I don't care about if you want to try to make some different kind of game, which they are going to try to make. Carlos is actually working on some, by the way, or he's working on Duck Hunt as well. But it's like I am not big on creating things just to replicate things that already exist. Like Super Mario Bros. On the Intellivision was pretty friggin' cool to show that the system could do it. But it's pretty damn cool already on the NES. Why would we want to replicate what we already have? Not that we shouldn't do that, but I'm not saying that, but I'm much more interested in getting new things. And I don't, but so a light gun? Yeah, okay, that's cool. But a paddle for the Intellivision could be used at so many different places. It's, I think it's a really, really great idea. And I'm sure that Frank is working on it. So, and other people too, probably. Stonix. Oh, so true, Benville. Exactly. Perfect example right there. Stonix is such a great game. Yeah, it is brutal. That's difficult to play. So I don't bail out of there with the minus button, right? Yeah, so you'd always check the manuals, all the different things and the points. And you got spinners and pulsars and guided missiles. Yeah. Okay.
I've played it with the paddle. It's fun with the paddle. It's interesting. Something different, at least.
I believe it. Yeah, absolutely. It would be much better.
I don't know if they list all the games that came with this DLC in this timeline, because Atari Basketball came on with this DLC, but it's not on the timeline. I don't know. Let me look it up here. See, there's a list of the games.
Well, you weren't playing it in the Atari50 when you were just playing it. You were just playing it in Launchbox or something.
Which one? What? When?
Atari Basketball. You said you were playing a few minutes ago.
Oh yeah, no, I was playing on the Switch. Because it's on the Atari50 now, and I'm pretty sure it came with the new update.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be in this section. It would probably be up in the above section.
I think it came with this particular DLC, which is the interesting thing. I don't see any mention of it at all, though.
Huh. Take a look at Star Strike. I have tried this one as well, and it's another one that Dave Akers made this version. If you know Dave Akers, who was an original Blue Sky Ranger, did a lot of M-Network stuff. Still programs games. He's the one that did that. What is it called? Squiddy in the Triple Challenge game, Triple Challenge 2, which was a homebrew. It was 2 games by Michael Hayes and this Squiddy by Dave Akers. Dave Akers also did. What was the other one? Paddle Party. My games aren't here anymore. I got my Xbox games down here now. But Dave Akers also did a game for Electronite as well, so he's still doing games today. And if Luke is listening, I really think we need a Blue Sky Ranger to do a game for the Intellivision Collector. Wouldn't that be cool, Jeff?
That'd be very neat.
Yeah.
By the way, there's 19 games that came with this DLC, the first console war.
Oh, okay. So there should be 19 games in this section to look at.
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be, because one of them is basketball for Atari, and one of them is Atari Video Pinball.
Oh, that's...
I don't think either are here. I think that there's in the game library, but I guess they didn't fit in the timeline. They just threw them in there, I guess.
What does it do it? It's just very, very difficult to control. Let's wait for the next one. But it's still pretty cool. It's still pretty cool to see it. This game right here is the most difficult one in the M-Network collection to get. The most expensive. Where the heck is it? Oh.
That's the most expensive one?
That's the most expensive M-Network game there is right there. You can get the cart. You should be able to get the cart quite inexpensively, but man, sometimes it's hard to get the boxes and such. But I love this different. Like I go, if I want to play it original, like 4:3, you can change it around, full screen, widescreen. I'm not a real big perfectionist. I'm just happy to leave it in the widescreen. I just play. I'm happy. Armor Ambush, which I saw a couple of videos. Oh, this is like combat. Well, yeah, it is like combat, but it's taken off after Armor Battle. And
hey, Michael Hayes is here.
Hey, Michael. So it's the same style like with Armor Battle. You used to have go to 50, which is a long friggin' game, let me tell you, because you always have 2 tanks on the screen at a time with different hazards. And you can see this is what it is, the same as in this version, but it does look very combat-esque. There's recoil as well. Every time you shoot, there's recoil that knocks you off kilter. And this is funny because if you look, that's up on the bridge and I'm in the water. I can't hit that tank because I'm at different levels. That will take down to be 25 to 23. And then you just keep going. 2 players should play this down to 0. It was a game that very, very rarely did we ever play a game of armor battle down to 0. You usually play 3 or 4 tanks and say, okay, let's play something else. Put in AD&D or something. But still, it's neat for them to have it on here. And it was a neat transition. 2-player only, though, man. 2-player only games, frankly, I think. There's a few games in here I know that the reason... Oh, select game variation. Well, what's that do? Oh, okay. This is where you can make your adjustments. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Black and white in color. Ricochet on, ricochet off, the difficulties. That's really neat. Let's check a quick look at the chat. Some unfinished games are included. Yeah, for sure.
Anteater is on there.
Pardon me?
Anteater is on there. Unfinished game.
Like Aardvark, right?
Yeah. Or maybe it's called Aardvark. I don't know.
Let's take a look at this one. Just Dark Cavern is so neat. Where are we going here? There we go.
I don't know. There's that M-Network game called Ant Bear, but it's got like an aardvark on it. I guess that's the prototype they're talking about.
Now this guy never stops. He's always moving. He'll pick the direction. I'm not seeing 5 bullets, so. Oh, I'm out of bullets. I'm ready to go on. I got him, but he got me. So you don't get points for shooting anything but robots? There's 1,000 points with my robot, but
Salvatore said Dark Cavern looks pretty good, but doesn't have that creepy Night Stalker feel.
yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't have the sound, the heartbeat sound. Anyway, that's enough of that one too. Need to see though. What do we got next? Frogs and Flies. And you get a lot of this too. Like Frog Bog is not as good as Frogs and Flies. It's just a copy of it. It's like, what are you talking about? I never had Frog Bog as a kid. I think when I saw Grandma's Boy with Frog Bog in it, where they had the big copy. Did you see that movie, Jeff?
No.
I get a kick out of that. Jeff, have you seen? No. They have a big competition in the programmers thing, and they play Frog Bog for the Intellivision.
That's funny.
And I don't know if I'd ever played the game at that point.
Good old Frog Bog.
Oh, because I keep hitting the wrong button too, doesn't it? Same thing, you know. It's haven't got anything yet. Hey! You got the other frog.
Okay, I wonder if you can make adjustments like you could with the Intellivision one. With the tongue and there's several adjustments.
Can. Gonna be nighttime though. $22. It's even darker. I'm gonna get him. Oh, got them both. I'm ready for night to hit though. I want to see what it does at night. $50. Yeah, it's pretty dark. $60. Nope, they jump away. That's it. They just jump off the screen. At the end, that's kind of neat. That's cool. Retro Wrong one. Retro ulcers. Where are the fireflies? So I don't. Maybe there aren't any, man. Maybe there aren't any in this one. That's pretty cool. I like the way they end that. If they couldn't do the firefly effect in this game, that was a neat way to do it instead. Let's see. It does sound. The sound is pretty good in that one. Yeah. All right. Let's bail out of this one. Take a look at something else. What are the game variations in this? Oh, easy. Yeah, okay. Easy, hard. I don't know what it is right off. This is a neat game because this is one of the only ones that it was never on Intellivision. It was just made only for M-Network, only Atari. It's like the Kool-Aid Man is totally unique. Air Raiders didn't even have a counterpart. There was a game called Air Raiders that was a prototype of Mattel, but it never was released. Air Battle or Air Strike or something like that. It's sort of based upon that. But I had this game and I loved it.
This is the only one you said that didn't have an Intellivision counterpart?
Basically, I'm going to take a quick look. I got them all sitting right here. You got Adventures of Tron, Tron Deadly Disc, Bump and Jump. Adventures of Tron, they did have a Mattel one. Same thing, though. It was never released. That's a homebrew that we have now that's on the Tron anthology. Plus, Intellivision released it way, way back. Adventures of Tron. But it's the exact same game. It just wasn't deemed good enough, really, for Mattel to put out in the Intellivision. Kool-Aid Man, totally different. Then you got Locket Chase, Burger Time, Astro Blast, Space Attack instead of Space Battle, Dark Cavern instead of Night Stalker, Air Raiders, Frogs and Flies, Armor Battle, Super Challenge, Baseball and Football, International Soccer, Star Strike, and then your Masters of the Universe is the other one. So this is the main one. So you kind of say Adventures of Tron also didn't, but it did at the same time. It just didn't get released. So this one really wasn't one like it. So you gotta Get going at a certain speed and then take off. You only have so much ammo. Try not to get hit, because you get hit, you fall to the ground, and it's just the bullets coming towards your cursor. I think 40 must be the maximum altitude. And if you take the middle one out, it splits up the pack. There we go. Go on, pull up. Oh. Maybe it's altitude because look how crap. It's out of ammo too. Down to 2. Get back up. 2 ammo. Can't shoot anymore anyway, so I can just fly around and run out of fuel. I frankly don't remember if there's a way to run out of ammo or to get there. I had 11. That's the game, but it's a fun little game. It really is. They put a lot of 2-player content in this, Pierre, but that was the nature of the beast, right? That's what these were. 2-player games. All right, let's bail out of this one. But I do like that game. Now, were these 2 players? I gotta check it out. Oh, hold it. There's the sports ones are all right here. You got Super Challenge Football, Super Challenge Baseball, and International Soccer.
Well, soccer said 2 players required.
Oh, okay. There you go. David Roll.
That's 2-player only.
Yeah. And how about this one? Well, sports games are key to television sales game days of seeing a 2,600 adaptation of NFL football without the pro license is a welcome sight to gridiron fans. Aside from a lack of kicking plays, the game delivers a robust simulation for 2 players. For 2 players. Again, it's 2 players only.
Yep.
Man, I remember playing it a lot. I think I had to have a second. Yeah, you gotta have a second joystick hooked up and everything, and you just sort of set it up to they'd always blitz. Then you try to avoid it and make the passes. Ah, there you go. Published 17 cartridges with the 19 in various stages. That's pretty cool.
Another 19. Wow.
Lost library. So let's take a look at Ant Bear. This would have been one of the sort of unnamed ones that Atari picked up back in the day. How come I can't? Oh yeah, there we go. It's neat to be able to move this all around. Check out what the box would have looked like or could have looked like. This is just a repro. All right, let's go. Let's play it. Let's see it. Wrong button. Like the music.
really loud.
That's really loud?
Yeah.
Hope I can. All right, we're going to try to lower it down a little bit here. That reminded me of the opening of a Bugs Bunny cartoon with the morning music. I don't know which one to turn down. There we go. That should be better.
Yep. Venerable says Ant Bear looks tired. He does look tired.
We're back. Well, that was not good. That part of the music right there, it's like the sun coming up in the morning on a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Oh, get.
They can't eat the worms.
Nope. Corso says you can only get them from behind or on top of them.
Oh.
So even the worm you can get from behind or on top? If they touch any part of your tongue, it's all over.
It did look like it pulled it. Like,
I think if you hold B, your tongue retracts really fast.
oh, okay. Goodbye. Oh, hey, but I got a few points anyway. Last one. What is that supposed to say in the middle down there? Like what are the green things in the middle?
I don't know. It looks like a mistake, to be honest. I don't know what that is. Oh my gosh, that's a score. I don't know how that's your score.
Yeah, I don't understand. Oh, he's leaving. Let's see what's there for a book. Manual. And I hit the wrong stinking button again. Okay. There we go. Ant Bear instructions. Just see how detailed they give you because they had to make up with this. You need to sneak up on worms, and they can only be eaten from behind. The worms. The ants are your primary target.
Okay, so you can eat the worms. That's interesting. Yeah. Oh, look. See the score there? What's showing up is messed up. It's like it's a mistake.
Yeah.
Because look at the score there. It's perfectly fine.
That's true. That's true.
That's what I say where they messed up on basketball. For the time, you've got like a number, a colon, and then two more numbers for your time. Well, the colon goes away and it puts up like another 0. So that's 2 games where they made mistakes on numbers. It's kind of weird. It's almost as if they didn't even play the game. Because it's pretty obvious as soon as you turn it on. Oh, In Search of the Golden Skull. Oh, Jerry Lawson made those?
Jerry Lawson made this one, In Search of the Golden Skull, but there's no playable ROM, I don't believe, available for that one. I'd heard of it before. The Sea Battle has been on several different compilations, like it's been on flashbacks, Atari flashbacks and such in the past, Atari flashback games for the original ones for the Switch and such. But it was never released back in the day because it was another example of a 2-player game that they just decided not to even bother to publish. What else we got here? Sword Fight, same thing. 2-player game. Let's take a look at it anyway. I've seen everybody sort of turn this on, not do anything with it because they do this. This is all you can do because you have the players hooked up to do it too, right? But anyway, on that note, it looks kind of neat. Gee, what's it supposed to look like?
There you go.
Tower of Mystery. Very interesting. This, of course, was Tower of Doom. Let's bail out here. Tower of Mystery, based on Dungeons & Dragons, was created by Jane Terjung, then modified by Mike Sanders. The prototype includes a special setting that limits the game to only 4 levels. It is believed this was created for demo use of the January 1984 Consumer Electronics Show. So that is pretty cool. We'll have to turn it on. What is thy name?
That looks pretty good.
So I tap up and it puts the letter up.
I hope you got a short name.
Hey, there it is. Okay, now what do I do? Oh, shit. No. There's no blanks. Guess you got to put a certain number of letters, maybe? So now what? Oh, then you hit the button. It's got to be 6 letters.
What game is this, Pete?
This is Tower of Mystery. It's a hat. Now, this could very well be another one where you have to use 2 controllers, like Raiders of the Lost Ark. Or Doom-esque. The original name for Tower of Doom was Tower of Mystery. Treasure! And all kinds of treasure. Dancing sword. So I'm full of stuff. I don't know how to use any of it. Oh no, look. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're doing it anyway.
Going downstairs.
Hat of Vision. Let's use it. Book, book, book. Just read the book. I used the candelabra, whatever that did. Vial of stuff. There. More treasure. I used the first one. Oh, look at this.
There you go. Those steps.
There's only 4 levels. Hey, I'm out. Congratulations, Papap. You made it. All right. I made it. That's cool.
Yes, Mike. These are the games on the DLC.
All right. Where are we going here? Perfect. Let's see what else we can find here. Under new ownership. Is that all? That might be all the playable games in this section. I think it is. What's down below here? Oh, that's Jane Turjung. Or Turjung. That's pretty cool. That's the sports games.
So
that's pretty. Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
There's other games on there, not Intellivision related or anything, but I said basketball for Atari 2600, Desert Falcon for the 7800, Final Legacy for the Atari 5200, a prototype, Hardball, the baseball game for the Atari 8-bit computer, and
that's pretty cool.
Zari Arena, also for Atari 8-bit. Oh, and Video Pinball.
That was neat, Craig. Yeah. Saboteur, right after what you're thinking, Jeff.
Yeah, that never did get fixed. Never will get fixed.
No.
The good thing is Asteroids Deluxe is on this package, and it's fantastic.
So is it the original one, or is it the new part? Is this the new part here as well? The Wider World of Atari?
Yep, that's the other DLC. The DLC, they're $8 a pop, or I think $15 if you buy them together. But on the old arcade Vector games, they have a glow slider to adjust the glow, because I have it like as far as it goes. Because when you played the original ones, like the stuff you were using, like your ship and stuff or shots, the glow was like really, really bright, and they handle it very well on this. Like Berserk, I think were both Berserks from I think they were from the Wider World of Atari.
Okay. Yeah, because you played all these, didn't you? Yesterday.
Yeah, that one there, that's the one that I actually have a physical of.
Oh yes, that's right. You waited a long time for this, didn't you?
Yeah, like a year. A year, because somehow I managed to buy the special edition, which, as far as I can tell, I don't know what was special about it. But it's cool to have the cartridge. But it's really nice to have this on the DLC, because it has voice on the 2600, and I think you can shoot diagonally, which I don't think you could on the original 2600 version, right?
I think you could. Oh, cool. This has got the voice. Yep. Turtle alert.
Retro Oldster said it'd be awesome if they get Activision and the Magic Games. That would be
Yes. So
the Activision games, that would be crazy. And the Magic Games. A lot of good stuff there.
it sure would. I mean, it'd be incredible. Have a nice day.
I bet Atari would love to get their hands on the old Activision games.
So Microsoft has those now?
Yeah, I think so. I wonder if they'd be willing to sell just the old Atari and Intellivision games, or but not the rights to like make a new version of them, but just have the old games.
Oh, think that's it. Got them all.
They needed Odyssey 2 on this DLC, Pete.
Did you say what?
They needed Odyssey 2 on this DLC.
Yeah.
That was out at the same time.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
were
I agree.
popular. I'm pretty sure like they mainly had like 2 programmers for their games. I think one of the programmers owns all the rights to at least the Magnavox games. Not the third party stuff, of course. So there's like one guy that owns almost all the games.
Oh, getting greedy.
Microsoft also owns the Magic games.
Well, because Activision owned the Magic games at the end of it.
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa. Don't get any points for hitting auto. Oh. Are done yet? Yeah.
Nope. Still going.
Yeesh. Gotta be it. No.
Can't die, Pete.
There, I just ran the wall. That'll do it. There, that's it. Okay, good. That's fun though. I like that. I find that a little easier than the original 2600 version. To be quite honest, for whatever reason, maybe I just had a good game. But that's pretty neat, guys. I don't know what time it is. Oh, cow, time's flying by. Thank you for hanging out here, guys, tonight. This is awesome. I'm really enjoying these games. Just something different, eh? Retro Ulster, yes. I want me some Atlantis and Demon Attacks so much. Can I have another Activision game, or Activision, a Magic game night, though. Yeah, really. If Microsoft gets off their butts, or at least lets others do their games, and that's so true, right? What else we got in here, man? I want to find the basketball game. I want to play a game of basketball now. That's cool. That's cool. What's this? After the NES. Is this the basketball game you're talking about?
No. I'm talking about the regular Atari 2600 basketball.
Is it up in the original info?
If you just hit Y, you can find it.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I want to play a game of basketball now. Right there. There it is. Oh.
Hey.
Dragonfire and Riddle of the Sphinx night. I could not do a Dragonfire night. I don't sincerely believe I could ever do that, man. But I do love some Food Fight right there. I might play that afterwards too, just to play it.
That's on here as well.
All right.
And then you have to you got to do
what's going on?
What is happening there? You weren't dribbling at all. That was weird. You're on the 2-player game.
You know what? That makes it very easy.
It does. But see what I'm talking about the time? 4036.
My God, that would be a long game. All right. We gotta reset. What do I want here? Yeah. No, that's not what I want though either.
Try hitting maybe Y. There's one of the buttons that goes through the. Wait, go to controls. We'll tell you. All right. So use L. So go back to the game and hit either L or ZL. I'm not sure which they want. There you go.
Oh yeah, there we go. So 2. Yeah.
Yep. 1 is 2-player and 2 is 1-player. Only 4,050 seconds left, Pete.
This could be another one of these extra life streams for Rick. Coco, you getting down? Yeah, bugger.
I'll tell you, this version plays correctly. The version they put on the game station, remember that thing?
Yeah.
That does not play right. It's
Really?
all messed up. Nah, it drifts around and it's terrible.
That seemed to be a terrible friggin' system altogether, didn't it?
That was awful. But as far as I could tell, this plays right. It's just the timer's actually right. It's just there's a 0 instead of a colon.
Right. Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm behind. That was not a good shot.
It's a tough game to actually win.
You used to almost always try to just get down to the very last second and try to beat it with one final basket. Ugh.
I always like those baskets where they go up through the basket and back down.
Like that. Well, I'm staying within 2 anyway, or 4. Ties it up.
My son just came in and said my mic sounds terrible. And I went and checked, and it was my webcam mic that was on for some reason.
Well,
And now
okay.
it should sound like normal.
It does.
Oh man.
All right, we got to come back here.
Benril said it's seen on Airplane. That's right. This game was on Airplane.
Yeah. Ties it up again. Never gets to the lead, but you
Yeah, there's two things about this game that amazed me back then. They amaze me now. It's the computer AI and the finesse you have with your shots. You can take shots from half court and score if you do it right, and you can do close in shots too.
That's right. Yeah, it is. It's like how they got it so.
All depending on how long you hold that button. It was really great.
Oh, I ran out of time. I was out of 1,000.
Oh man.
Well, that sucks. I didn't realize the time was. I had another minute, but my own fault. Oh well, that was a good game. The computer is definitely rough at that torso, but that is such a fun game. Man, there's an arcade version of Food Fight in here. I think I should play that. Everybody likes Food Fight, right?
Oh yeah.
There it is. Do the arcade version of Food Fight. Why don't we do it? Get out of here. I know I'm going the wrong way.
There you go, right way.
Or no, okay, you got to go through all the arcade. I was thinking all the games were in alphabetical order, no matter what the system was, but they're not. They're
There you go.
where. Don't expect much, guys. I think the trick is just friggin' start whaling food.
Yeah.
Where am I going here? Whoop! I didn't need to do that, but didn't hurt me. We're gonna have some peas. That's not good.
Oh yeah, Michael said the volume could be a little higher.
Volume could be higher. Okay, I can fix that. Can I pause this? Yes, I could pause it. I can just do this. All right. I'm turning the volume up. Right there. Let me know if it's too high when I come back. Maybe it's still not high enough.
It's definitely higher.
What's that? Still could be higher?
I said it's definitely higher. It could be, I guess, a little bit higher. But it's not bad. Ah.
Well, I'm done now. Anyway, I'll try that one more time, though. There we go. Nice. Oh. Watermelon around. Oh, I think that's it. That's it. Well, that's pretty cool. Anything else anybody wanted to see real quick? Charlie Chuck chucking food in food fight. Another game I always liked was there's Asteroids Deluxe. I'll play that because you know what? I won't be very long. Hey, this even saves your scores. Look, that's me in there.
Hit the minus button, Pete. Crank that glow all the way to the right.
Perfect.
And then go ahead and play.
Not your first day, is it?
Because it looks really good. You know what's weird is I just like how the ship and the bullets just pop off the screen when you do that. So I guess they had like a, I don't want to say an overlay. It's almost like an underlay of that little scene there, I guess, in the game.
It looks
I don't know
that
what but that's not in the cocktail table version, which is weird. That space scene back there?
Oh, okay. Because you have the cocktail version.
Yeah, the
right?
cocktail table is just black. Oh, get out of there, Pete.
What do I hit? There's a hyperspace.
ZR is thrust. And I think maybe Y is shield. No hyperspace in this one.
Oh, okay.
And Asteroids Deluxe, you have to move around. You have to move around because those triangle things, when you hit them, they just hunt you down. So if you don't run for your life, they'll get you.
All right. There we go. Perfect. One more. Then we'll call it a stream.
You gotta get to 5,000, Pete. Yeah, Torque said in the arcade, the cabinet version looked almost 3D because of that underlay. Ah! They're fast.
Yes, they are. Another one of those things. Wow. Looks like I have to destroy it too.
Oh, yeah.
You have to right after me. Well. Didn't get there. Gotta put my name in though. It's gonna keep it.
Yeah, it's cool. It keeps your name.
All right. Let's get back over to the screen. What we're trying to do here. Right. Yeah, there we go. Well, guys, that's it. That's Atari50. We went through the Intellivision section, which isn't go through, get your downloadable content. If it's $8, you don't have to buy both, right, Jeff?
No, you can buy one or the other. Look how nice this is. Oh,
it is, eh? Did you notice this? When I opened it, I could take it out of my sleeve very easily. The first one I got, I had a hell of a time getting it out of the cardboard sleeve.
I never did get it out. I had to take an X-Acto, and I very carefully pried it open.
Yeah.
So it's still intact. I could just glue it back, but they just made it too small. I could not get it apart. Just wouldn't work.
There you go. They fixed it this time.
This one's tight, but you can take it off.
Of course, all the stuff that go with that.
Oh yeah, the inside part.
But that's Maze Craze, right?
Yep.
Which is the common one you see, but that is the very first one that come out. And there's Maze Craze is funny because there's several variants of the boxes. And I actually have, and I got it for $7. My copy is one of the original ones, the 256 games with that cover, which you don't see very often. That's not a real common version of it. This other one with that picture is much, much more common.
I always wonder why they changed it like that. Like, what was the reason behind it?
Maybe they just found that not very appealing. I think it's kind of neat now myself, but anyway, guys, thanks a lot for joining us tonight. I'm going to take this stop screen because I'm going to play the video going out. I don't want it to echo. Appreciate you all being here tonight. Malibu Bikini Volleyball. I don't know, Michael, what you're talking about. I don't think that's an Atari game, though. Or Intellivision, for that matter. But maybe that should be your next homebrew project. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for joining us here tonight. What do you have coming up, Jeff? What's the stream tomorrow afternoon?
I'm doing the IREM collection, volume 2. That includes arcade games of oh shoot, was it Gunlord?
Oh yes,
and Gunlord 2, and Air Duel. Gunlord 2, I think is that the right name? Gunlord? I don't know, but I'm doing that, and those two games are actually the second Gunlord and Air Duel were made by the same guys that did Metal Slug.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool to see that. And then tomorrow night, just doing open chat. Hopefully you can join us, Pete.
I will do my best. I should be able to. Mike just asked, what is your YouTube channel? Mike, go to any one of my videos. Actually, go to this stream. Go to the description in the stream, and it's GoGameGo. You'll find a link. Click a button and go right to their YouTube.
There you go.
channel.
GoGameGo.
So
I'm sorry, it's not Gunlord. I don't know what I was thinking. It's Gun Force.
Gun Force. Okay.
Gun Force 1 and 2, Air Duel, and then there's like a Super Nintendo version. So I'll be checking that collection out tomorrow, and then of course, hopefully you'll join us tomorrow night at the nighttime show.
Looks good. Sounds good. So anyway, guys, on that note, we'll go. I don't know if you really need to get yourself a whole copy. If you haven't gotten this at all, if you didn't get it the first time when it came out, the original version, it's very much worth your while to pick up this. I made the decision that even with the even though I could have gotten for a lot cheaper, I could get just the downloadable content. I decided to bump mine up. So Jeff and I both did. I liked all the little stuff that came with it, the cards and neat stuff like that. But anyway, thanks a lot for joining us, and we will see you. More videos coming soon. See you on GoGameGo tomorrow night. Hopefully, guys, all of you have a great night.
See you guys.
Hey, I'm Brett Weiss, YouTuber and author of the 100 Greatest Console Video Games, 1977 through 1987. Yes, you are indeed watching Papa Pete, the Old Guy Gamer. He's so old, in fact, he's almost as old as me. That's right.
Cut the
having grown up by the age of 50.